Okay, we have another final wave attempt on whatever map 3 is called. I am still going around and building things all over the place because I went and added Tesla towers to the edges of everything so I could just start building. I don't really know what I expect to be the weakest. I probably should have devoted Titans to every wall. Now that I look at it, we have 8? Yeah, this is nice. And with 22 Titans, this warehouse probably isn't going to see all that much value, huh? Because I expect this oil refinery to go down. Which could cause issues. What does it cost to buy oil? A lot. However, I can't afford to do this to keep my Titans around. Because I have oil upkeep, and I'm going to lose one of these two oil outposts since I couldn't be bothered to truly defend it. Okay. I will adjust that as we go. However, I need to pick like 3 Titans and assign them to each wall. Do I want to do this? Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Alright, hold on. Okay, I've gone ahead and distributed, roughly, everybody. I probably should go through and put them all spread out along the walls, but I'm just gonna let time tick forward now. I also spent money. There's more traps down. Probably should do more for the left side here, but this has a fallback wall, this doesn't, this does, and this does, so I don't really care. You guys need to be a little further forwards, but overall this should be fine. I probably want to upgrade some of these ballista towers, actually. How much money does that cost? 700, okay. I'm going to upgrade very specific towers at points that I'm concerned about. There's still a shocking tower. Can one of you have been upgraded? Okay. No. This one. We need oil to upgrade this thing? Okay. Yeah, I'll leave that alone then. You guys made it over here. They're spread out enough. I think I sent 4 of you guys over here? I did. Because I kind of expect this. You go here, you over there. This isn't worthless, right? Yeah.
Building completed.
Still making a lot of money. I never did anything with you guys. I'll move these around as the waves start to really appear. That's probably fine. That wall is small enough. Well, if they go for this section up here, I have the extra wall here for a reason. Well, we'll see what happens. Also, every single wall has snipers and towers, which is why there's 185 and only 17 of them are selectable. On top of that, this field is where I've been sending troops, but no, there's nothing here. Looks like most of the tower is upgraded. This looks fine. Overall, most of this looks fine. I'm gonna upgrade... No, I'm not. Okay, so... Current question mark is this outpost. I expect this to get leveled, which means I should probably go to the market and buy oil. Because instead of actually, instead of fixing my economy or trying to get more oil, I whacked down this. This was a last-minute expansion to get more oil. That's why they're there. And just figured I'd leave it there. I could have probably done something with this, but where our colony is under attack? It's just these, right? Yeah. I don't want to say this is not all that important. It's okay. There's a fallback wall.
Our buildings are being attacked.
Where?
They are trying to break through.
No, they are breaking through. Yeah, this is what I expected. Now we're -8 oil.
They are trying to
However, somehow this thing is holding?
Our defenses are being attacked. They are infecting our buildings.
Yeah.
Walls are under attack.
Okay.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
South
The
is
infection is spreading across
holding.
the colony.
No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is.
They are trying to break through.
No, it isn't.
The colony is under attack.
Okay.
Our colony is succumbing to the infection.
No, it isn't.
Our
Okay, maybe
defenses
they're
are
breaking
being
through a couple of
attacked.
walls. But this was all 3 waves to one spot, supported by a handful of titans and snipers. You guys should probably just back
The
up.
walls are under attack.
But somehow you're... Nah, you guys are fine. Repair everything. I'd like this to be repaired. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter for score's sake. There's a whole bunch of wonders down.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
So it looks like we're just kind of fine. I don't know how useful this is, but it's here. I also assume all of these are on. They are now. Bit late. This is the last of it.
They are trying to break
Just
through.
about online, so I don't have to think. There we go. Back to positive oil. Well, neutral at least. There's our positive oil. That should be it, right? Cool. Yeah, I expected this to be fine. I actually figured out how to play the game instead of just winging it, and that entirely comes down to using ballista towers everywhere. There's not much more to it. I was doing an alright job. It's still a bit of a battle against hyper-focusing on whatever units I have there. Actually, that's another thing I can talk about. If you patrol... So, you can set enemies to patrol where they wander back and forth, but if you set them to patrol into a group of enemies, they will walk forwards until they find something, kill it, and then keep walking forward, and that is an effective way to clear areas without you having to manage the unit. Very useful, especially in early game, because otherwise you would have to manage your rangers quite heavily, and that allows you to not lose track of your resources, which have very low caps at that stage in the game. Yeah, I think that's about it. 33,000, I think that's a bit low. This map did feel easy, but... I will go ahead and load the settings here. No, actually, I get to look at map 4. Not that I'm playing it today. Yeah, 100 days, medium population, just both the challenging options. However, and I have the frozen... No, so the first time I beat it, it was bugged, and I could look at all these. And now I get to play with the Frozen Highlands. Now, this may or may not be easy. Energy is a problem. But everything moves slower and can see a shorter distance, so even on the final wave, the fact that enemies take longer to get to your walls means you might just be able to keep them off your walls pretty much indefinitely. And for those of you who haven't seen the gimmick of Peaceful Lowlands, there are 4 Doomtowns, as they're called. I'm not actually sure if it's I don't know if Doomtown is the term for the Caustic Lands single megatown, or if any of the sort of infested buildings are considered a Doomtown, but Doomed Towns, the, 7 to 10 buildings that are infested by a good few thousand enemies. It's gotta be at least 1,000. There are 4 of those on the Peaceful Lowlands. Up from the Deep Forest, I believe, has 1 with 3 buildings. Dark Moonland has a standard 1. Lowlands has 4. Highlands has 2. This has 3, and this has like 3 towns in 1 single location. So, those are those numbers. Learned that. I don't really have much else to talk about. I'm rambling now. That's been the final wave. Thank you for watching. And I may or may not post another one of these. That is not the recording button. Actually, I mean, you can take a look at the map, whatever. Because I'm just going to hit the spacebar and ooh and ah a little bit. Okay. Still only costs 1 energy. Things cost like 20% more energy, I think. Doesn't change all that much. This looks the same to me. There's a good chance the modifier is applied after you place the thing. The other thing I will look at is you do move slower. Quite a bit slower. Is there like snow particles on the Ranger here? I'd describe that as white light. Okay, well anyway. This is a map. Can we build fishing huts actually while I'm here? Yes, you can fish. Okay. Wasn't sure if this would be frozen or what. That's gonna be it. I will be playing this at some point. Are there just 3D models and there's a really bright light on top of them? Kind of figured these would be sprites, but maybe not. There. Anyway. Thank you for watching. And again, if I post another one of these, I will see you then.